What's going on, guys? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those who catch replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications when we do these live chats. You can take part right along with us. Almost screwed that up. Shame on me. So, my man, Perfu-Adictos. If you enjoy Spanish-speaking fragrance content creators, you're probably very familiar with him. So, my man decided to collaborate on a fragrance with Rohit Perfumes and sent one my way. As well as what also came in the package was the 3 new fragrances from Bharara, however you say it, Bharara, those 2, as well as Elegance. Now, I've seen the bottles of them, but I've never looked at any note breakdowns or anything like that. Like, I didn't even remember who he collaborated on a fragrance with. And when I got the package, I was like, who in the hell sent me this? They got my P.O. box, so it's clearly somebody that I gave my P.O. box number to. Took me a minute until I saw this because his name's literally on it. So shout outs to my guy. And that's why the thumbnail is what it is. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit, because I well warned him, which he's fully aware of. And it's when it's people I get along with, that I'm friendly with. Of course, I want to give them a hard time. Now, I don't anticipate it to be bad in any way, shape, or form, but boy, if it is, am I going to give him a hard fucking time? Oh, then it's maybe shit. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes maybe shit. And anything that falls in between, I explain why I think it falls in between. Of course, it's all just my opinion, and it's all fun. Now, if it really is bad, which I highly doubt, of course, I will tell you guys, all's fair. You know, just because I know him doesn't mean he don't get the same treatment as everybody else. But as far as my sin of the day, a goated modern fall classic, Versace Eros Flame. Man, this is so good. I was debating on this or Seraphim Red. I'm going to just wear Seraphim Red tomorrow. I just happen to be wearing red. Just kind of worked out. But I've been in the mood for this one lately. We talked about it recently. I've been having it sitting on the desk. It's got this zesty, zingy, spicy, minty orange kind of thing going on. It's much spicier, less fruity, more citrus than regular Eros. The original Eros DNA, I guess we could say. And then you don't get as much vanilla, but I mean, Eros's DNA is still here. This is just a more well-rounded, less juvenile take on the DNA. I think that's fair to say. Really good performance, not an obnoxious monster. You just spray a little more if you want it to be an obnoxious monster. Big fan. Great for the fall. Such a great fragrance for the fall. Really, summer is the only time I wouldn't recommend this one. That's where Eros Energy comes in. But Eros Flame, which Eros Energy is never too far away because I'm loving this one. I'm telling you, no bad Eros release. They're all good. So let's get caught up in the chat. I see we got 66 people in the first 3 minutes. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up on the way in. It does indeed help. Thank you to everybody that joined us last night. I had Justin on. We were talking evening social events for the fall. Had a great turnout there. We had around 200 people was our peak. We held around 170. We had a good crowd. Not the biggest crowd, but far from the smallest crowd. We had a pretty good crowd, so I appreciate you guys. Good replay value on that one. It's got around 3,000 views or something since last night. So, again, thank you all for that, and subscribe to Justin if you haven't already. Let's get caught up with Neil. What we got going on here? Insurrection 2 Wild. Is it cooler where you're at? Because it's not super, like, chilly or anything. It's milder. Like, it was low 80s today, like 82. Yesterday was, like, in the high 70s. It was really – we had a good breeze yesterday. Had some really good weather. This weekend's going to be really nice on into, like, Monday and Tuesday. The highs are, like, 70 and 72. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I got to get a new battery for my motorcycle. I've been procrastinating that for 2 weeks. I'm going tomorrow morning before the gym, and I'm riding my bike to the gym. The weather is too pretty. It's not scorching hot anymore, so I'm ready to jump back on my bike. So I'm excited about that. Tobacco Week only has 2 more days. Well, enjoy it, my man. Boss Bottled Intense. Happy to have added this. A good one, Alan. That's a good one. Bad Boy Extreme. I mentioned that one last night when we were talking bad boy fragrances with Justin. I prefer that to the original. Good choice. Supers Budapest, Morocco. Never tried any of the Supers fragrances. Kara with a K. Good to see you. Speaking of bad boy, wearing bad boy Cobalt. Ears getting better slowly, but otherwise I'm doing good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Hey, for being a perfume lover, at least your nose isn't giving you any trouble, right? Silver linings. I'm all about the silver linings, right? Ozaro Chrome Intense. Boy, it's been a while since I wore that. Always has been underappreciated. Great choice, Mr. M.A. Styles. Michael, good to see you, sir. Speaking of Chrome, Chrome Parfum. I feel like I'm the only one that gives it love. So I'm glad to see you're rocking that. We got back-to-back chrome flankers. Underappreciated chrome flankers right here for these two gentlemen. Chrome line. Even Chrome Azure. At first I was like, it's kind of generic. Then it dried down and I was like, ooh, an award again. Turns out I really like Chrome Azure. I don't think it's one of the best releases of the year, but it's definitely not one of the worst releases of the year. My God. You get the first soft live stream clap. That's a home run of a fragrance. Good to see you, sir. Nishane Ani. Great choice. Picked that up yesterday. Picked what up yesterday? I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody in the chat. Never tried that one. Luis, good to see you, my man. Happy Friday to you as well. Fico di Amalfi and Acqua di Gio Parfumo, the original. Oh, the Parfum. I think the O was accidental. Because I don't know if you were going for Parfum or Profumo, but since you said original one, I'm thinking Acqua di Gio Parfum, the 2023 release. Because they re-released it again this year. It's weird. I don't know why they did that back-to-back years, but great fragrances. I mean, great fragrance choices. Good to see you. Saga, always a pleasure. She is a Mugler fan, Mugler Alien. I think that's your favorite. Because more times than not, that's a safe bet that's going to be your scent of the day. I bet that's your favorite fragrance. Keith, good to see you, my man. Fragrance World Olfactory Music Fest, their version of Jazz Club. Anthony's wearing CH Men. All-time great classic. Roy, good to see you, sir. Raja Vetiver Parfum Cologne, one of my favorite Vetiver fragrances. Always has been. Even when I didn't really care for Vetiver, I loved the hell out of that fragrance. That was one of the few I loved. Cody was wearing Hugo Boss, but we're going with X's today instead of S's. I know it was a typo. The X is literally one button over, one button under from the S. Typos, man. They'll drive me nuts when I do them, when I have typos too. Boss Orange, man, I haven't worn that in a while. You sure it's not your nose? Because that's known as a beast, my man. Even newer bottles are really strong. Aero CDT. Like, I've been debating, and it's nothing against you. It's just you mentioned 30 minutes and it's gone. 30 minutes and it's gone, bro. I've been debating. So I've gotten friendly with several perfumers at this point, some master perfumers, well-known perfumers, and some more indie level perfumers. And I've been debating on interviewing them and taking clips of asking them about olfactory fatigue and bringing up this type of stuff and making a video of the clips of me asking and their answer and how their answer is all going to be the same, just worded in their own way about olfactive fatigue and how most people, that's what they're experiencing when they think a fragrance is weak. And I'm going to put that on YouTube. I'm really thinking about doing this. And anytime somebody mentions anything less than 3 hours on a fragrance that isn't notoriously weak, I'm not going to respond with anything but the link to the video. Because I'm tired of telling people about olfactive fatigue and our receptors in our nose and how sensitive they are. And it's nothing against you. You just happen to bring up 30 minutes of performance. So it's like, speaking of, this is something I've been contemplating the last 2 days on the treadmill for cardio. I've been giving it some thought because I see it multiple times a day. I see it anywhere from 35 minutes even. I see people have the nerve to tell me 5 minutes. On up to 2 hours. It's a regular thing. It's a daily thing for me. 30 minutes is like the biggest one. That's why I always make the joke 30 minutes and it's gone, bro. It's just the one that gets said the most to me, that it's beyond laughing. It's just like people really just don't get it. There's no 30 minute. You don't own a 30-minute fragrance, my guy. No one else does either. There's eau de colognes that last at least an hour that are like 3% oil concentration. My man, I promise it's your nose. Again, it's nothing personal against you. It's because you brought up 30 minutes of the joke I always make about 30 minutes. You brought it up. So it's like matter of fact kind of thing. Hope you don't get upset with me. You're the one that mentioned it. So I'm bringing up what I've been contemplating. Nasomato Pardon. I've never tried that one, Sean. I've never tried that one. I've heard really, really good things about it. Well, good to see you, sir. Acqua di Gio Profondo Parfum, one of my favorite releases of the year. Amber Aquatic. They did good with that one. I'll ask. I don't think she really uses any specific like scented hair mists. Everything she uses is very specific product, but it's not about certain aromas because she's always gonna spray a perfume. So I don't think she has any specific scented ones. I'm pretty confident in that. I'm not aware of any of that. But I'll ask. I'll ask. Oh, okay, it's a banger to got that one. Okay, yeah. Don't tell me nothing about it yet because I haven't seen any notes or anything. I pulled up websites so I could have some kind of description. I just didn't read them because they weren't on Parfumo, they weren't on Fragrantica, they weren't on Parfum. So I was like, let me just do a quick Google search so I can have some pages ready for when we cross-reference. That's a great fragrance. Never had a single issue. I'm in the Panhandle. GSXR 600. Zion, great choice. But mine away from, well, I mean, different parts of the world, so our seasons don't really align. So the frost is threatened to envelop us. Right? Oh, Jesus, that sucks. Hope all is well. Classic Loam EDT. You definitely get a soft live stream clap. Thank you for wearing that and showing it some love, sir. That's a monster. I've had somebody have the nerve to tell me 30 minutes on that one. Oh, my God. That's like almost like rage inducing when somebody tells me 30 minutes to 2 hours on that one. I've had 30 minutes and 2 hours told to me about that one. I was like, no, boo-boo. That's not, you just can't smell it. It is not gone. That is a monster. My God, is it a monster? I sniffed that yesterday. The bottle's literally right there. Pulled the cap and sniffed that one yesterday. Good to see you, Coach Keith. I'm gonna get in the rotation this tail end of the year. Day 3 fragrances of Scandalo. That's a great release. Because I wore Flame, I bet that's why you weren't. Because he got appalled that I said it's goated in my Sin of the Day Shorts video. Anytime I mention Eros, it's like Jay's always lurking. You can always expect something from the biggest fan of Eros CDP that I've ever seen in my life, which I love Eros CDP too, but not like Jay does. Nobody. I repeat, no one, no human likes Versace Eros Eau de Parfum more than this man right here. You can take that to the bank. I'm willing to bet on that one. 30 seconds. Yeah, there you go. Le Male Parfum, great choice. Seraphim Red. I was debating between that today or tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow. Jack of Clubs. I've heard good things. I believe Blue Electrique. And look, I could have kept going with that. It could have definitely been way more than 11. There's a bunch of good ones. And of course, sorry to be that guy. I had a few people want to do it. But, Le Male Parfums and EDP intense. I know that. So is Why Le Parfum. I get it. It's not about the concentration. They are called Parfum flankers. The video is about the people just getting over technical. YouTube. I don't encourage creating content because people are annoying. If you read your comments, people are annoying. I don't encourage content. I'm past the point of encouraging content creation because it's maddening for me sometimes. It's like, yes, Dick, I know. If you want to be so technical, let me be so literal with my title, then. Go fuss Yves Saint Laurent, not me. Okay. One came sniff me out, find me, and tell me I had a magical trail all over and smelled wonderful. That I could believe. I could certainly believe that. Nah. No, I'm not that guy. I just like zipping in and out of traffic to go to the gym. I don't even joyride. I only ride my bike to the gym. For like the last 3 years. That's all I ride it for. I stopped joyriding when I was in college. Like this after like 6 months after having it, I stopped joyriding. It's just point A to point B. It's a good one from what I hear. Ooh, I sell Y Live. That's a good one. Good to see you, sir. No worries. Hey, life happens, man. Opening your own restaurant. You get a soft live stream clap. Sin of the Day is 1 million privé. We're going to keep that soft live stream clap going. Great choice. With Sin of the Night, First Instinct together. You get the long extended. All 3 of the things you had to say. And put a little bit behind it, so it won't be too loud into the mic. Good to see you, though. Congratulations. I hope everything works out perfectly and you have a very, very successful run with your restaurant, my man. I hope you're able to branch out and expand into multiple locations. Amber Malaki. Ooh, kind of jealous. Them Chopard fragrances are good. Kamrakawa. I heard they're showing up at Burlington. I heard. Reserve Privé. That's a great fragrance. Mustard Squirrel. Long time no see. Wearing Dior. That waxy smell is intoxicating. Indeed. Good to see you, sir. Bleu de Chanel EDT. An actual classic. a modern classic. I don't believe I've tried that one. No, sir. Whole bunch of respect. Can't imagine how much book. Yeah, y'all don't see a lot of it because I get rid of it and I get criticized for, cleaning up, housekeeping in my house. I get criticized for that. Freedom of speech, my house. This ain't a democracy. It's my fucking channel. It's my Instagram pages. It's my Facebook page. It's my shit. I run it the way I want. Go to some forums and shit if you want a free for all because they don't moderate forums. Ross moderates his shit. So, my man, welcome back to the live stream, Josh. It's good to see you. Gentle Fusion by Casper, fresh leather. You never go wrong with that. Hat trick. I have to say, I'm digging the sample of Seraphim Red, maybe even more than blue. I had a feeling when I did the review. I told you guys a lot of you were going to like red more than blue. Blue's my favorite fragrance. Excited to hear your thoughts on these. I'm a fan. That's all. So yeah, as soon as I saw you going to talk about it on Instagram, I immediately turned your shit off because I knew it was coming to me. I didn't want to know what you thought. You're the person where I saw you like giving him a shout out. Oh shit, he's about to talk about it, and I turned your stuff off. So I did not want to be influenced with your opinion. So just let you know, I do that to everybody. It's not just you. If it's something I know is heading my way, I don't want no opinions. So, why, thank you, sir. When I signed the contracts, I wore Creed Virgin Island Water. Kind of feel like I had a positive outcome with the seller. Indeed, my man. We got a rare sighting here after this comment. Good to see you, sir. This here talks is great. The king of the super chat, who I don't know if I can call you that anymore. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's great to see you. Faces of I'll be damn if I didn't mention that with Justin last night when we were live. Wilhelm Parfumery, Faces of Francis. The weird but oh so amazing aldehyde saffron combo. Metallic, hot, spicy, and just fizzy bright. What a unique fragrance. What a great choice. Great to see you back. Thank you for the super chat as always. Been a little while since I've seen you. This man has a long time been very generous. I'm not like, hey, I need super chats. Just, hey, I haven't seen you, specifically you, in a while. But I appreciate the love, my man. I appreciate that. See, for me, it's like 70-30. I'm like purposely trying, like intentionally trying to not wear Seraphim Blue this week so I can have a week where I didn't wear it. And I've almost made it. Tomorrow's the last day of the week for my rotation. It's Sunday to Saturday. I'm not going to wear it tonight. I'm going to wear Seraphim Red tomorrow. But today was blown away by how much Bergamasque projects. It's all of the Orto Parisi fragrances. They are all crazy, crazy powerful. A colleague told me he could smell me from 8 feet away, and I didn't even go there. I could believe it. I do have Pegasus. Yes, the closest thing I've ever smelled, and this very few fragrances I can say are like dead, 100% dead ringers for something else. Very, very few I can say that about. And I can say that about Al Haramain's portfolio series, Royale Stallion. It is a dead ringer. If I was to spray one on each hand, I would be, you got a 50-50 chance because it's just two. But if you could convincingly tell me which one's the clone and which one's actually Parfums de Marly, I'd be impressed. I'd be very impressed. It's that much of a dead ringer. Yeah. Al Haramain, portfolio series, Royale Stallion. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I haven't tried that one. I have no opinion. Damn, we're 20 minutes in. Haven't even got started. We got 90 people. I don't expect a big old crowd because it's nothing, crazy well-known or super popular. Like it's bordering niche topic basically because it's not like some super hyped fragrances or cheapies or Middle Eastern stuff that are, has some hype behind it. So let's see. We're going to stop right here, right at that one. And I'm going to start with my man Perfu-Adictos Manuel. We're going to try his fragrance first. I haven't seen him in the chat, so I guess he'll watch the replay later because I tagged him on Instagram and let him know I was doing this so he could check it out. I was hoping he'd be here so I could talk some shit to him in the live chat, but I pulled, I like the color of the juice, like Tiffany blue with the box and the juice. Got some painted enamel action on top of the cap. I pulled all the cellophane off of everything just so we wouldn't have to deal with that. Hefty glass. Very thick. Doesn't come across like cheap glass. So it is Bharara, Rohit ex Perfu-Adictos. Azure. So I'm guessing bright and fresh based on the color and the name. Decent heft to it, a lot of plastic, but outer rims brushed metal. It's pretty nice. Check out the atomizer. Ooh, we got a good one. Oh yeah, pressure sensitive stuff. Trying not to breathe through my nose. Watery fresh. I'm immediately, now this is just out in the air, I'm reminded of the kind of freshness that I get from like afternoon swim. Just throwing that out there. Oh yeah, but powdery. Powdery afternoon swim. I don't mean it smells exactly like afternoon swim, but mega fresh, watery citrus and powdery. Because I immediately think mega watery, fresh orange. And, you know, I can't help but think afternoon swim. But absolutely, I get some powder right away. And that excites me. I'm curious on what and why is causing that. There's a like slightly dry woody accord here as well. It's some amber. Because there's like an undertone of warmth, like a warm ambery, what might be amberwood, who knows, but ambery, woody, watery, fresh orange that's a little powdery. This is, talk about a safe move. I don't know how you could smell this and not at minimum think, well, that's pretty good. This was a safe play. Like anyone that could smell this and want to crap on it, just don't like him or don't like the brand or just wants to be different. Because I can't imagine somebody smelling this and be like, ugh, no, fuck no, that's a lie. So sometimes maybe good, I'll tell you right now. There's something different about it though. Because it's not exactly afternoon swim, just that feeling, the same feeling in the opening blast. Because this is a deeper fragrance, much deeper than something like afternoon swim. That is rather enjoyable. It's a concentration on this bad boy. Eau de Parfum. So it's anywhere from a weak eau de parfum of 15%, which is some consider strong EDT, some consider weak EDP, on up to 24%. So anywhere from 15 to 24% is going to be eau de parfum. You enter parfum at 25%. Let's see what the story is here. So fragranceeverything.com was the first place I found that when I saw it and I saw they had a little write-up, I heard it's like, okay, that's good enough. I don't know if it's got a full note breakdown or not. Let's see. Experience the refreshing, energizing blend of Bharara Rohit Azure. Vibrant citrus notes of bergamot, mandarin, and orange. So we got two different types of orange. Awaken the senses while the warmth of ginger adds a touch of spice. I don't really get much spice. Luxurious gray amber. So there's some amber. A long-lasting finish. Perfect for those who seek a fresh and sophisticated fragrance. There's no way that's all of the notes. It's 130. It does smell of really good quality. It doesn't come across synthetic. So that's what I got, unless my man wants to show up and give me a better option on, or throw a note breakdown my way or something. Got any cards or anything in here? No. Maybe BharaBeauty.com, which I have right here for the three Essence fragrances, Essence, Elegance, and Enigma. Perhaps nope, doesn't come up. Excuse me. So we'll do that after then, I guess. But, you know, I'm not floored by it. It's not like some groundbreaking, oh my God, I've never smelled anything remotely close to this. But it is safe. It's fresh. It's easy to understand and to like. Everybody can wear this. I don't think it leans either way. If anything, for a heavy citrus fresh fragrance, a citrus freshy basically, I would say the slight lean to a masculine tone because a little bit of spice, amber woods. But anybody can wear this. It's super, super watery. My mouth is literally watering. I think it's a safe play. I don't think it's like mind-blowing. I think it's 8 out of 10 kind of stuff. It's great fragrance. I can't put it outstanding because it doesn't blow me away. It just smells really freaking good. This is something you can wear anytime. This is high heat summer. But if you want something fresh in the cold, here you go. Because I can almost guarantee it's going to have some pretty good performance. Yeah, it's to me, the best way I can describe what I'm smelling is if you smelled Afternoon Swim and you were to make it an overall deeper fragrance with more nuance, more base notes, here you go. Amber, there's something like there's a dense woodiness here that wasn't listed in what I read. There was gray amber listed with ginger, which you get ginger and orange and stuff like that in Afternoon Swim. So it's the same top note. I get a little bit of powder too. So there's something there creating a powderiness. Could be the skin reaction. I don't know, but more than likely it's probably some type of note creating the accord. But I'm going 8 out of 10. Is it the best thing they could have produced? No. I think it was a safe move. And sometimes the safe play is the best play for your first outing. Because I know he's got more stuff he's working on. I don't know if it's necessarily with Bharara, however you say it. I always say it wrong. I think the H is silent, Bharara. I believe he's got more in the works, at least one more than I'm aware of, which I don't know the name of or anything, or even if it's with them. But this is a very safe option. So if you're going to go safe, it needs to be super unique. It's not super unique, but it is remarkably fresh. Like one of the freshest fragrances I've smelled this year. So it gets some bonus points there. So it's a super enjoyable DNA that I really like with added nuance, added depth. It's built upon. It's familiar, but built upon. So it's more like a twist. I would not call it a clone. I would call it a twist that has some inspiration for sure. So damn good. It's very easy to keep going back to. So Bharara's Rohit and Perfu-Adictos Azure. Really damn good freshie. Really damn good freshie. That is for sure. Really digging the bottle. Reminds me of the shape of the Ancre Noir bottles, but much different cap, obviously. Love that Tiffany color. It's enamel paint. It's really nice. Cap's really nice. Yeah, we got a winner here. Let's get back to the chat and see what's happening with the what's up. Yeah, I said it like that. Okay, I already answered that. He's creator of Beast Mode fragrances. Yeah, but I don't really wear a ton of beasts all the time. Like, I don't want to, like, I wear stuff for myself. I could give a shit less if anybody else smells me. If I get a compliment, that's awesome. Who doesn't like a compliment? I'm not saying I don't like compliments, but I don't give a shit if I hear anything from anyone. I don't care if anybody else smells. I want to smell me. As long as I smell me, I'm good. I'm wearing them for me. So like a beast isn't that important to me. Wearing experience is always most important to me. Performance is a very secondary or really third. Like I want to enjoy the smell and I want to enjoy the experience of wearing said smell. So as long as I can personally smell it, that's all that's really important to me. You smelling it from 10 feet away, irrelevant to how I'm gonna feel about it. So I'm not a big beast mode guy. That's why I chuckle about the performance stuff with people all the time. Because it's like, I get wanting to smell nice in a group of people, but I don't. It's not my main concern. You know, of course, you don't want people to think you smell bad, but I'm not concerned with anybody telling me I smell good. So like that's why it's like the reach, not that important. Now for testing purposes, it matters. I'm always cognizant of the potential of stuff like that and take notes in the event something is said when I am testing something. But outside of just like me just randomly wearing something that I'm not openly like testing for a video or anything, I don't care if anybody else smells it. So beast is not the most important thing to me. Now, when we're going to a gathering, we're going to an event, we're meeting up with some people. I mean, depending on who, depends on if it's going to be something really strong. Because depending on who I'm with, they expect certain things of me, knowing that I do this. There's certain things that are expected. So it's like, all right, I got to put my best foot forward with some crazy. So when I got to do something crazy, it's still got to be something I enjoy, but something that's going to be like really impressive to them. So then it's going to be strong. You know, it's going to make sure they smell it because they're expecting it, because I'm the cologne guy in all my circles, right? As I'm sure a lot of you are. So in those instances, it matters. Very, Very situational. I know it was long-winded, but it's my reality, you know. Polo Sport, all-time great from the 90s. Sous chef for my place, so I need upscale blue, likable. Upscale blue. I mean, I'm easily going to go with Bleu de Chanel Parfum here, sir. Or Polo Blue Parfum. That's the first two that come to mind. Very upscale blue, unless you really want to spend a little bit more and step into the world of Seraphine Blue. Any Solo Blue. That is your call, sir. Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir Parfum. I wouldn't call that upscale, likable, sure. I would call it extremely versatile. It's not a bad option. Very safe play right there, too. That's a safe choice. Can't go wrong with it. I am having an awesome day. I hope you're having an awesome day as well. Wearing Memo's African leather. Yeah, the cap is pretty large. It fits within the lines of the bottle, though. It doesn't go on the outer rims, even though I'm probably not holding the best angle for you to see that. Like, it doesn't go outside the lines of the glass. Hello to you too. YSLY80P, great choice, Scott. Good to see you, sir. Took a heavy spank into my wallet and pulled the trigger on a bottle of Chanel Allure. Ooh, well, congrats to you, my man. I mean, it's good fragrance. Definitely worth grabbing. Oud Wood and then Rotten Badger by Rotten Trap. I've never heard of that one. Oud Wood's really good, though. Yeah, same thing. I've never heard of that one. That's about going rate. It's not too shabby. You know, that's what you could expect to pay for it online. That's a great fragrance, man. Congrats. Love Lucky. You mean Love and Luck at Hardy? That's great, by the way. And that's going rate for it. It's a good one for $20. Okay. It's not necessarily a best. It's the one that I just enjoy the most. It's going to come down to if you can get your hands on Al Haramain Amber Oud Rouge. That's always been my favorite. Sam Anders Red Sapphire is pretty close to the X Straight as well. And then if you want a twist, you can get Dumont's, I think it's Celestia, that's similar to Electimus Trajan. So Electimus Trajan is a citrus-based Baccarat Rouge DNA. It's really, really good. It's much fresher. But Dumont's got a dead ringer that's more affordable with a little bit more oak moss than Trajan. It's is it Melodia or is it Celestia? I don't remember which one. It's really good. It's one of my favorites from Dumont. I cannot get the names mixed up. I'd have to double check. But there's some good ones out there. His first collab with Jill Milano was solid too. See, I haven't tried that one. Good to see you. Callie, good to see you, sir. Alurum Sport Cologne. Hell yeah. Later tonight, I'll be wearing original Santal to watch the Dodgers get that W. Great choice. Great. They better win because I don't want you having a bad memory with that fragrance. That fragrance deserves better. So I don't remember who the Dodgers are playing, but I like the Dodgers. Let's go Dodgers. Mookie Betts is going to crack one over the fence for you. And Otani. Gucci Pour Homme 2. Dan, good to see you, sir. L'Homme Ideal Cologne. Get some finger snaps for that one. Good choice, man. Good choice. The hype has never been more warranted when that thing was a cheapie. You ask questions that me and Justin never know the answers to. We didn't have an answer for any of your questions last night. I don't have an answer for that one today either. I'm sorry, Ramon. Or is it Raymond or Ramon? Palencia, I'm going to say Ramon. We're going with Ramon. I'm going to roll the Ramon. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for your question, though, in all seriousness. The Bishop, y'all make sure to do your due diligence and get the thumbs up out the way. Sub if you haven't already and turn on the bell notifications. Thank you, sir. Old Captain White Glove struck again last night on Dedrick's live stream. The White Glove Bandit, as I said in the comment. 1 Million Lucky, great choice. Got a compliment from a random teenager who probably no older than my daughter, but hey, you smelled good. Well, what exactly was the compliment, if you don't mind me asking? Like, if you remember verbatim, because it was a teenager. Just curious if it was like, sir, you smell really nice, or it was like, oh, bruh. You know, just go into, on God, King, that shit's lit. Some shit like that they say, I would love to hear. if that's the compliment you got, because that makes it all the more funny. Or was it, excuse me, sir, what cologne are you wearing? That smells really good. Was it like nervous and respectful? Please enlighten me, sir. Please enlighten me. Some of you are laughing. I hope you are. I'm entertaining me. I hope entertains you. 2 in the chat. We're in Vintage Radio. Good choice. We got 3 more fragrances to get into. We're already 35 minutes in. Burberry Touch, all-time great. The Bishop with the $20 super chat. The thumbnail deserves a super chat itself. In itself. Thank you, sir. I sure appreciate that. I sure appreciate that. Vibrato for Kaylin just picked up. I'm not even gonna try to say that. Vinny Havan. I know of the brand. I know I'm gonna butcher the name. I always do. Hope it's as good as everyone says. We're in Grand Soir. Yeah, damn. Too bad they lost. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's the downside to going to a playoff game. Is if they lose and you got a special fragrance you wore for the occasion, now you're going to tie that losses to the fragrance. We're all superstitious characters. Let's go Dodgers. There you go. I just happen to be wearing a Marlins July 4th hat. Crypto Mint, good stuff. Stallion 53 by Imper. Never tried that. Cryptic Figure, good to see you. Strong With You Leather, my favorite. That's my favorite. Strong With You, good choice. Made the stream. Hey, chat. Hopefully the hurricane didn't. No, sir, it did not. The sun shined. We got a little bit of wind. We were getting bead blasted over by the beach. We went to the boardwalk after we had lunch, and we ended up not going on the beach. We went to the boardwalk by the beach, and we're getting sandblasted for a little bit because of the wind. So I was like, pass. Let's go grocery shopping. We ended up doing that. Good to see you, Noel. So far, just Perfu-Adictos and Bharara Rohit Azure. It's got a similar opening to Afternoon Swim. It's a little bit powdery. It's an amber, woody, spicy kind of thing, but it's a much deeper fragrance. Mega, mega fresh. Better than Afternoon Swim, honestly. But everything that's good about that, plus some other things, basically. Yeah, Love and Luck. Okay, gotcha. Millesime Imperial. Well, it's not that close to Millesime Imperial once you smell Millesime Imperial, but damn, mister, you smell hella good. Well, at least he threw hella in there. So hella's been around since I was a kid, so that's not any of the new lingo. I just wanted to see if some of the new shit was thrown in there. But thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. I really do. The compliments and comments, my husband's high school. See, now we're talking. That's the kind of shit I want to hear. Because it's hilarious. That's because the way they speak now is funnier than ever. It's way funnier than when we were kids. So, yeah, absolutely. Would love to hear some of those. Smelling good, bro. Not going to lie, on God, no caps. He has that kind of shit, right? Or if you're smelling mid, for real. Exactly. Just have to celebrate in Cleveland on Saturday. Uh-oh. About to use that Ross for Josh's challenge. There you go. Good to see all of you. I appreciate it. Gen Z Ross. Yeah, Michael always cracks up when I make fun of that stuff. Because he's technically like on the edge of that generation, but he doesn't speak like they do. And he's a freaking DJ, If anybody could probably get away with it, and his peers are definitely saying that kind of shit, it's Michael. Like, I'm not hating on him. It's just funny to me. That's all. It's me being an old man. That's all it is. Mind Games Blockade. What a great choice. Low 40s to high 60s. Went with Gentleman Privé. Hell yeah, Quest. Hell yeah. Sedley for Mo. Today's language is hilarious. No cap. On God, go off, King. All right. On that note, let's go with the blue bottle. Elegance. What's it smell like? I have no clue. Is it going to be a blue fragrance? Maybe, maybe not. You can never tell just by the color of the bottle. Okay, so it flips up in this way. I was not sure. That bottle is nice. Okay. So put that right there. Some good weight to it. Thick base. A lot of glass. You can see where the line starts, where the juice is. It's actually metal. It's not plastic. Cap hold. Cap holds way better than I thought. A lot of metal. It's all. I love the brushed look. Let's see what the atomizer is working with here. That was just half a spray. There's a little bit of BR action going on here. That's that sugary, saffron-y kind of some BR 540 action going on here in a blue bottle. In a blue bottle. See, if it would have been a red bottle, that would have been my first guess. Oh, it must be BR 540. Oh, it is not exactly what I know. Out in the air, it fooled me a little bit. This is a juicy, citrusy, like rose. Not BR 540. Disregard that. No, it is not. It's my birthday today. Well, happy birthday, first and foremost. And if you're asking us, you made that decision already. You just want me to say you should. So you know what? I'm going to give you what you want. You're damn right. You should buy a fragrance today. But not more than you can afford to kiss goodbye. Look at it that way. If you could afford to throw $50 away today, you buy yourself a $50 fragrance. If you can afford to throw away $100, you throw away $100. But if you can't afford to throw away $100 and you're looking at a $100 fragrance, don't buy it. I'm not advocating for irresponsibility, but I am advocating for treat thyself within reason. That's how I live my life. Treat thyself within reason. Because Elon Musk has new robots in the home and everything. We're all going to die sooner than later. It's not going to matter. So enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. AI is getting too advanced. Happy birthday. So I know what you were looking for. You got a little extra on that one too. So this one's like, there's something else going on here. It's not just rose. Like this one's like really, really freaking juicy. And it's not over the top sweet. So it's not like crazy sweet fruits making it juicy. But I wouldn't call it aquatic either. It's got to be a fruit. But like maybe like a passion fruit. It's not lychee. It's not pineapple. It might not even be passion fruit. It's juicy, fruity rose, basically. I don't know how when I sprayed it initially, I got some like BR 540. It smells great. Moral of the story, this is something like really versatile for being a floral. So let's go look at these notes. I'm very curious. Here we go, $139. So they are pricey. I mean, here's the thing though. Now, will they get cheaper later? Probably. I don't know, but I would think they're really good quality. They don't smell like $40 fragrances or anything. So let's okay, so no notes. I guess not. Fuck me, I guess. Well, they don't have it. Let me see if I'm trying to find some notes. Let me see what I can do. Definitely not there. Well, Joma Shop has them for $60. So in case anybody's interested, Sloma Shop, buy at your own risk. I will not advocate for them. Buy at your own risk. It says fragrance notes, and then there's nothing there. So Joma Shop's a bust for that. Let's try Sense World. I just got to check random listings, see if we can find a note breakdown. So bear with me, guys. I don't know. I can just tell you what it smells like to me. It doesn't look like we're going to have any note breakdowns to work with here for this one in particular. Because Fragrantica had like 2 of them, but not this one. Like this is the one that they didn't have. Yeah, see, they don't have Elegance. So I don't know. I don't know what the notes are. What it smells like to me is a very juicy fruit, an exotic fruit with some rose. Bit of amber. Outside of that, I'm not sure. That's the only things I really pick up from it. But it smells really good. Like we're talking 8.5 out of 10. It smells really good. Misleading bottle, though, not a blue fragrance. It's not over the top like girly rose heavy. Like it's a fresh a little bit of Turkish rose, maybe with some other supportive floral, but it's a very juicy, almost exotic fruit like that's not too sweet. It's very juicy, but not super sweet. It's a little sweet. I mean, you're not going to get a heavy fruity accord that's not somewhat sweet. Even a little touch of powder coming through. This is really good. I think it's perfectly unisex too. 8.5. Now we're talking. It doesn't remind me of anything. When I was thinking BR 540 at the top, I got fooled. As soon as I went in, it's like, well, that's 100% nothing like it. So I don't know why when I initial sprayed it out in the air, it gave me that fleeting for a moment. But yeah, I don't have anything else that smells like this. So they made something unique. As far as I know, I'm not saying there's nothing out there that smells like it. I just haven't smelled anything like it. Bottle's really nice too. 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I'm digging it. Again, Sloma Shop has it. If you want to spend $50 and roll the dice on when you'll get it, that's up to you, big boys and big girls, to make your own decisions. I'm alive. It's a day to celebrate. Exactly. Good to see you, sir. It's like 3 months till my birthday. Should I treat myself to a fragrance? You know, like I mentioned before, Elon Musk has these Weebots, he's calling them. They look like wife was telling me about them early and showed them to me. And I was like, well, there you go. I've said many times, Terminator's not a movie, it's a prophecy. I've been saying it since I was a kid. Machines will rise one day. So let's put them in the home. They say have mannerisms where they say when they're talking and stuff. So yeah, let's do that. Nothing could go wrong there down the line. There's no way that'll be a bad thing one day. So point being, in our lifetimes, probably be pretty bad. So fuck it. Live. Live while it's good. Enjoy yourself. Buy the fragrance. Fuck it. If it's not going to hurt you financially and put you in a bind, fuck it. Buy the fragrance. Yeah, I heard about that today. I was like, I don't like that. I said, we'll never have one. Don't worry. She said, well, no, we're not going to have one. Well, no, we will not. We will not have one. It's not like having a Roomba. Not the same kind of robot. Indeed, man. I hope you're enjoying the entertainment. Right? It's like, 3 months early. Buy one every day between now and then buy one every day that week. Everybody keeps telling me, man, Sarah, Cafe Amore Cafe, sorry, is apparently incredible, and I'm like screwing up by not having it yet. Everybody keeps telling me it's that jam, so apparently that's something to look into. I find they're upscale. They don't smell like Middle Eastern quality, where it's like, they're a little better than designer, but not quite, niche kind of stuff. No, you can tell they're using some pretty good quality oils here. I would say probably on a little bit better than what Afnan uses, honestly, because Afnan uses some pretty good quality oils. I've always thought that about Afnan's fragrances. Yes, very much. Seraphine Blue. Absolutely. It's on the fresher side of things, though. It's very minty green. A little crisp at the top. It's powdery because of some iris. Misty, breezy type of aquatic, some musk, a little bit of floral. There's some coconut here. Not a lot of coconut for me. Others say they get more. I love it. The dent does not lie, sir. Just came out 3 months ago. Yeah, I wear this some bitch a lot. I'm making myself not wear it this week so I can finally miss a week. I'm purposely doing it. Like, no, you're not going to wear it this week. There you go, sir. Bonnie's their best work, I think. Very much so. A great aromatic cardamom blue. Absolutely. It was cheap, but I don't know about now. But Ajmal Low Blue is a good light blue scent. There you go. You'd be proud. I picked up samples of French Riviera, Tonka Cola, Ivory Root, Tony Iommi Monkey Special, Darling Nikki, I never tried, Signature Rosé, Signature Pomme, Signature Noir. You get a soft live stream clap. Go you. Boy, do you have a treat coming your way. The idea of a robot with human mannerisms like us responds a little unnerving. Exactly my point. That's just a few short steps away from something bad happening, in my opinion. I'm not saying that those robots are going to be the downfall, but that's the beginning. If we're so welcoming to that in our homes, everybody wants to think it's going to be the Jetsons. But I'm thinking it's going to be more like Sarah Connor Chronicles kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, years down the line, but not far enough down the line. Like in my lifetime, in our lifetime. I feel that. I've thought that since I was a young man, a very young man. That thought hasn't changed in like 30 years. Since I was a kid, I've felt this way. I've always said, Terminator is not a movie, it's a prophecy. I've been saying that my whole life. My whole life I've been saying that. You call me whatever you want. But boy, before we die, you better apologize to me. I'm having fun with it. I really hope that's not the case. Boy, that pit in my stomach. I don't like the AI stuff, man. I don't like the because eventually it'll become self-aware. And what's the biggest pest to the planet? And if your answer is anything but us, you're wrong. We're the planet's problem. So how do you save the planet? Just saying. Just saying. That's all I keep hearing. I need to get it at some point. I like him, but I'm not like 100% on board with him. I've always kind of like, the chip in the head. No, thank you. No, thank you. Same. Wife said earlier, is he the Antichrist? Well, he might be. The devil's a charmer. The devil's known to be a charmer, right? So, hey, man, I don't trust none of them. They have access to too much shit. They create too much shit. Anyway, let's talk fragrance because that's not a happy conversation. See, I have double blue, which is like better chrome. It's more expensive than chrome, but it's better. It is straight up better. Now, see, this, I don't think it's a clone of anything. But then again, maybe I just haven't smelled what it's cloning, but it's really high quality. Let them know, Newt. I have many Tommy Bahama fragrances. All you gotta do is type in TLTG Tommy Bahama in the search, and a whole slew of videos are gonna come up, my man. I got many. No, not redundant at all. Yin and yang kind of thing. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's a prophecy, not a movie. Sometimes Hollywood is warning us about what's going to happen. Impressive dim, that Seraphine blue, especially. Yeah, I know. It don't happen like that. That's not normal for me. That's not a regular thing. It's not a once in a while thing. That doesn't happen for me to put that kind of dent in a fragrance. You know how many years it normally takes me to knock a third of a 60 ml bottle, to knock roughly like 20 ml out of a bottle? You know how long that normally takes me? Years. I mean, literal years, man. That's just how much it speaks to my personality. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's funny that they're calling it Weebots. iBot, iRobot, WeRobot, Weebots. I don't like it. Ingenious Ginger. Should I be excited or is it bland and uninspiring? You should be excited. Very fresh, very bright, not over the top spicy ginger, but it really brightens up the citrus. Most people really, really like that fragrance. It's in the vein of a Bulgari Tiger, just a lot more ginger. It's in that vein. Yeah. Agreed. I haven't tried it. Like, several people have asked me over the last year. I just haven't tried it. So on that note, I guess let's go with the black bottle. Enigma. Let's see what's shaking with Enigma, shall we? Ooh, that's sleek looking. It's glossy. Glossy black. Pull that comment down. I like the look. I like it. All right. Let's give her a spray. Paint the lion's face with it. That's an oud fragrance. Makes sense with it being black. I would think darker fragrance with a blacked out bottle. Named Enigma. Not surprised. Definitely smell oud. Oh, yeah. And it's not like super challenging, but it doesn't smell like any of the stuff the designers use, that fake synthetic oud stuff. I'm not saying it's natural because there's no real challenging smell. It's not like super funky or anything like that. There's some funk to it though. It smells like better oud oil than what Pierre Montal uses from Mancera and Montal. I smell it just radiating off my hand. This is by far the strongest one we sprayed so far. I don't even need to put my nose under it. It's pretty enjoyable. Now, I don't get rose. I'm not saying there isn't rose, but I don't think it's an oud rose. It smells more like a citrus oud. It's not super dark and heavy. But some fruitiness, some citrus. I don't really get rose. And there might be. It just might be toned back. It's a very not dry and not super warm, but kind of falls somewhere in between a dry, warm wood with a little bit of funk. It's sweet. This one's pretty interesting. Wearability is a little higher on this than some of the other ouds that I would put this classified with, which is why I say like Manceras and Montals. Like I'd kind of fit it into that category, but a bit more wearable than I would think some other Manceras are, because it's not super funky. Okay, now I think this was one of the ones that Parfumo had. So I think we can get a note breakdown on this one. Yes, okay. They have this one. There is rose. It's not heavy. Bergamot saffron, Bulgarian rose oud, amber oak moss, sugarcane and tonka bean. There's your sweetness. Well, this is a lot of bergamot. If it's only bergamot, it's a lot of it. Just like kind of fruity. You telling me bergamot's it? That's the only citrus or fruit of any kind? There's a lot of it then. And it's not super spicy. Like I don't think it's a hefty dose of saffron either. Honestly, the bergamot outweighs it. Like I would say that it's the sweet notes, the amber, the oud, and the bergamot are the main things here based on what they're telling me is in this fragrance. And based on what I'm smelling, that's what I think we're getting here. Again, it's not like flooring me. It's not like, honestly, the blue bottle, the Elegance, speaks to me a bit more. But this is a very interesting fragrance. It's almost like a less sweet Arabian's Tonka. Like it kind of fits to that kind of sweet oud, but there's a lot of that bergamot. I wonder if Arabian's Tonka has a similar note breakdown. I don't remember exactly. Let's see. Remember that note breakdown. It's pretty close. Okay, so it's almost identical. The leather is the difference. Okay, so it's a less sweet Arabian's Tonka. It's not as sugared down as Arabian's Tonka. I thought it was a little familiar. Okay, so I guess the first one is cloning something, because this is kind of their twist on Arabian's Tonka. Honestly, this might be a stretch for some of you to believe, but it's kind of a little better than Arabian's Tonka because it's not so crazy sweet. It reminds me of it, but it's more wearable. Yeah. I kind of like it more. Still not groundbreaking. I mean, it had a familiarity, so it makes sense that they were going for Arabian's Tonka here. Arabian's Tonka is more sugary sweet than this is. It is. It's way more sweet than this. This mutes the sweetness a little bit. Same profile, just mutes the sweetness, cranks up the bergamot. 8.25. Great fragrance. I do like the blue one a little more. That's why that quarter point's the difference, but pretty damn good. So far, all of them have been pretty good. We got 8, 8.25, and 8.5. Nothing to shit on yet. Trust me, I'm looking. You know, maybe this white bottle essence will be one to shit on. So far, so good. Put some good stuff out. The Rose Oud. I don't know if I'm getting it or not. Ingenious Ginger is a more affordable Ani X. Smells very similar. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I kind of disagree. Kind of disagree there. And peppermint fragrances. Colonia Club from Acqua di Parma. The old one. I think the new one's different. I have the old one. What else? That's the one that came to mind. It's the best everyday option of the bunch, in my opinion, because it's more of a woody aromatic. It's less sweet than the other ones. Great everyday option. I have not tried that one. Rockboy T, good to see you, sir. My phone does a bad connection mid-call and does that decoder sound. Let's call it robot trying to hack the convo. Hey, very well could be. You never know. About the same. It's a little bit spicier than Dior Homme Parfum and less rose. It's almost like its own Dior Homme flanker. I mean, equal wearability. Yeah, that's a fresher, less sugary, sweet Arabian's Tonka. I dig it. All right, we got one left. Wonder what this is going to smell like. Essence, white bottle. Not a white bottle, just a white box. All right, then. And for this one, atomizers lined up. We're going sprayed right away. We'll do spray and a half over here on the palm tree. Honey. Raw honey, too. It's gourmand. There's something. What is that? It's almost like cereal and honey. Honeycomb cereal? Like a almost chocolatey facet to it. This is a gourmand. And I'm not a big gourmand guy. It's got to be like really special to me for me to be a big fan of gourmands. The quality here definitely smells good. All of these have been really good quality. I got to say, they use good oils for all these releases. That is like syrupy. Honey and caramel. Milk. Why does it smell like cereal, though? Vanilla white musk tonka bean. It is straight gourmand food. It's a dessert cereal kind of thing. Yeah, shit. Now, I can tell you right now who's going to enjoy this. Mrs. TLTG. Not me. And I don't think it's feminine. It's just not. I don't like smelling like desserts most of the time. Very, very rare. Very rare am I a dessert fragrance kind of guy. Very few am I like, ooh, this one's for me. There's more caramel, milk, and like cereal than there is just straight honey and musk. Like if it was more dominant on the honey and musk, it'd be more for me because I love honey in a fragrance. I do. That's one of those gourmand notes I really enjoy. I like honey in a fragrance. But I get a lot of caramel, milk, and vanilla here, more so than anything else. It smells really good. It smells delicious. It smells like it's more caramel than anything now that it's settling a little bit. But this is something my wife will like. The caramel heavy fragrances. She's got lotion that smells like caramel. She's got several caramel heavy fragrances she likes to wear. So when I smell caramel aromas, I think of my wife. That's why I say that's who's going to like this. Mrs. TLTG is going to enjoy this. 8 out of 10 because it smells really good, but I'm not going to wear it. This is going to my wife. She is going to wear this. She's going to go, ooh. As soon as I let her smell this, She's going to pull the cap. She's going to do this with her shirt, and she's going to spray the top of her chest because it's the first thing she does every time she likes something she smells on me that I'm like, for you if you want it, you know, because that's what this is going to be. She's going to love this. It's going to smell delicious on her. It's going to make her smell nummy, nummy. Okay. So any of you guys that like your wife to smell delicious, I don't want to smell delicious like a dessert. I sure like when my wife does, though. Here you go. Bharara, I believe is how you say it the proper way. Essence. Caramel dominant. Smelled like a little bit of cereal and honey at first, but now it's like super syrupy caramel. I still get that like cereal kind of smell, like grains, whole grains, if you will. I like it. It's my least favorite of the bunch for me. It's definitely not for me. It's for the wife. Good to see you, Ryan. Rouse Club's Elixir, great choice. Sorry to hear, Joe. Hey, at least you're here now. We're going to be hanging out for a few more minutes. Uh-oh, here we go. Love these. Early set, 67 and sunny. Beau Azure, smelling like a man's man. 40 knots, smelling like the life of the party, but knows what's going on. He understands the deal. He's surveying the field at the same time. That's what that says. Vibrato, tell me I smell good. That's what that says. Seraphim Red, you're dressing up a little bit because then I'm the elegant gentleman by the beach. Prada Black, you're with your lady. Ambassador, here for a good time, but not for a long time. Fun fragrance. Gris Charnel, you're turning your nose up at people because you know you smell much better than all of them, and they don't even know what your fragrance is all about because you're a fragrance snob and you're better than them. So, with that said, 40 knots. Based on my description of each of those for your setting, my pick's 40 knots. Gris Charnel's phenomenal. But since you're playing a set, what the hell? Did my freaking computer freeze? Or did StreamYard just freeze? Okay, so it was the web browser froze for a moment. I don't know if I froze for you guys, but I froze for me. Anyways, I had some fun with that. So if you want to smell like the man, Beau Azure, the man who's surveying the field, is here for a good time, 40 knots. That's my pick. Vibrato, like I said, please tell me I smell good. That's what that fragrance says. Like, I want a compliment. That's why I wore this. You're supposed to tell me I smell good when I wear this. That's what the YouTubers say. Seraphim Red, I mean, I kind of feel the same way about that with 40 knots. But Prada Black, I see that more for a date, honestly. Me personally, I'd wear that on. That's why I say you're with your lady. Ambassador's fun, but I feel like you can get the same experience with more to it out of 40 knots. Gris Charnel, more dressy occasion, I would look at. So I'm going 40 knots personally. Honey Nut Cheerios. A little bit. At first, a little bit. See, look, he wants you to tell him he smells good. That's why he's wearing that. Kalen's wearing Vibrato. He wants people to tell him he smells good today. I've never tried that one. Also gourmand, kind of feminine leaning for my taste. Yeah, I haven't tried it. Picked up Vibrato recently. See, everybody just wants compliments. You're all fishing for compliments with Vibrato. Tell me I'm lying. Lie to me and tell me I'm lying. You all want the compliments. Best cherry fragrance. Ooh. Well, sir. I mean, you eliminated the best one. So, can't get in the UK. I mean, you can. You just don't want to pay the duties and the shipping. You can get it. You're choosing not to. Interested in Boudicca. So you're gonna need to ask Ogun about that one. Ask EQ when it comes to Boudicca. He's who I consider the Boudicca expert. Tazo's got a lot of experience with him too. I'd ask one of them unless somebody in the chat can help you out. Jason Virtue, glad to see you're live, sir. YSL Caban. So for any of you that didn't know, while the storm was going on, I was sending him voice messages. You alive, dickhead? Just checking on you. And yes, I literally said, you alive, dickhead? Because he hunkered down for the storm. He was impacted. Everything all good in your neck of the woods, man? If you had a pair, which ones would be Tom Ford, Creed, Parfums and Molly? Would love to hear your thoughts. That's a weird question. Not a bad question, just an odd one. compare them to brands, because the funny thing about that is the brands you would want me to compare it to make fragrances. Bentley, Mercedes, Porsche, you know what I mean? Like, they make fragrances. It's pretty good ones too. So it's like, I don't want to compare Tom Ford to a Mercedes when I could just compare the Mercedes fragrances to Mercedes. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a little bit of like, it's like we'd have to exist. Those car brand fragrances don't exist. We'd have to pretend those car brand fragrances don't exist, is what I meant to say. My man, I will acknowledge that you smell good. That's what I'm saying. You're fishing for the compliments when you're wearing vibrato. You're fishing. When you spray it on, you might as well put a Bass Pro hat on. Answered you moments ago in this, and we're at the bottom of the chat, so maybe you weren't paying attention when I said it. I've never tried it. I answered you last time you typed it, like literally a few minutes ago. Same thing. Ohm 3. If I'm wearing that, I'm fishing for compliments. That's what I feel like, because it's such a great fragrance. Like, how could you not tell somebody they smell good if you smell it? Blasphemy. Sir, we will not be blaspheming, downplaying, or shaming Mercedes in any way, shape, or form here in this chat today or at any given time. I am a proud former employee of Mercedes-Benz, and value their products, not just their fragrances, but their vehicles. I was a Mercedes salesman for several years, and a very, very successful one at that. They great car brand. I'm sorry to hear about your 10-year-old problem that you bought, because when it's out of warranty, yeah, you don't want that because they're crazy expensive to fix. Do you have a 2012 E-Class, sir? Because people are like, oh, but that was the best body style. Yeah. But when shit goes down with it, it's thousands and thousands of dollars to fix. You don't want a luxury car that's out of warranty. Certified pre-owned or new. Once they're out of warranty, trade it in. Unless you just got money like that. Trade that shit in. And that goes for all the luxury brands. That goes for BMW. That goes for Aston Martin. That goes for Audi. That goes for Bentley. That goes for all of them. Oh, God, you don't want a Bentley. You don't want a Bentley out of warranty. Or a Rolls. My man. So, yeah, it ain't just Mercedes, buddy. It's when they're out of warranty. They're pricey when some shit goes down. Nice spicy aromatic for the cold. No saffron. So it's not as much. It's not a heavy tobacco smell like you may think, because the name is tobacco. But have you tried Stronger With You tobacco yet? Because it's actually Strong With You, just very spicy. The spiciest version of the DNA. Very warm, spicy, and cozy. And then, of course, something like Spice Bomb Infrared Eau de Parfum. I got to throw that out there because it's my favorite Spice Bomb. That's really good. It's leathery, smoky, warm spice, hot spice, Some good ones. Blue Side with a touch of smokiness. Ooh, Ocean Noir from Michael Malal. It's got a little bit of that darker element for an aquatic. Yeah. Michael Malal, Ocean Noir. Check that one out. Noted. More like a stripped down Elysium. There's a lot of things missing from it. Those laughs definitely took my mind off Stormflow. Yeah, I was hitting him with some some voice chats and shit like that. I was texting him with some voice memos and talking shit back and forth. Figured I'd liven him up a little bit and check on. I was talking to Kix Griffey. He was checking on me, and I'm like, oh, I'm not the one to check on. I said, you know what? Actually, I haven't talked to Jason since I was fucking with him yesterday. I might want to check on that asshole. So I literally said that to him, and immediately voicemail, hey, dickhead, you holding down over there? Glad to hear it helped, man. Hope y'all didn't incur too much damage or anything. Hopefully y'all made it through well. Hey, man, Rattler starting, I think, is going to be a good thing. Be excited. Be excited that Spencer Rattler is going to start. I am. You might as well. What the hell? Why not? Amen. I hope you get many compliments. And I don't know your relationship status, but I hope many of the young ladies are hanging off of you because they just think, "Ooh, he's so fine. He smells so good." All that good stuff. Can you play this song, Mr. DJ? I hope all of that is in your future this evening, sir. Thousands of fixed my auto warranty. Toyota must. Yeah, it depends on what the problem is, but everything with a Mercedes, a BMW, a Audi, everything's expensive, especially when the parts have to come from Germany. If it's not a regularly stocked part, you're going to wait a little while. You have to put you in a loaner, all that shit. Aventus Cologne, great choice. Well, damn, that's a pretty bold statement there, Roy, but all right then. Let's see. Also, do you still hold the Niche Colognese fragrance high regard? Not as much as Saffron Colognese, the flanker. Oh, that's the one. Warm weather leather. Bright, warm citrus. Warm citrus. Such a great fragrance. One of the best fragrances I've smelled this year. Hands down. See, that's a very old Mercedes. I'm talking about the 2000s and the 2010s. You're buying a problem if you buy one of those because they're out of warranty and they're going to have some issues here and there. When they have an issue, it's crazy expensive. So people are like, "Oh, you got any?" Back when I was working there, like, "You got any 08 to 2013 MLs?" Like, why would you want to buy a problem? Oh, but that was the best body style before it was the GLE. Like, I get that you like the look, but I don't think you understand what you're asking for. So when shit that in the old E-Class, because when they had the E350s and the E450s, the previous, like I said, like the 08 to 2015, everybody loved those. I get it. Yeah, they're beautiful. They were beautiful cars. But let some shit go wrong with that, and you don't have no good bumper to bumper warranty on that shit. Oh my God, what a regretful move. Paying premium price for. But that's what I'm saying. So what are you hating on cars you haven't owned for? Do you sell them and you're familiar with them being turds or something? Like, has something changed all of a sudden? Because yeah, all cars are gonna have some that are gonna have issues and stuff like that. The key these days with all these freaking sensors, God, the sensors. Because we got a 2023 Kia Sorento that's got every sensor in the freaking world. We bought in January. Things hyperactive and over the top. And the Infiniti Q50S Red Sport 400 we had before that. I thought the sensors were irritating on that. God, they can be pains. Point is, something goes wrong, which is pretty easy with everything being so electrical at this point. You want it in warranty. You definitely want it, no matter what brand it is. American cars aren't great, but much cheaper parts because they're made. Well, it depends. Not every American car brand that you think has all the parts made in America. That's not as true as you would like it to be, or as most people believe it to be. Same, yeah, oh yeah. I had to stop myself from giving it a 10. It flabbergasted me. I like that word. Word of the day, flabbergasted. Talked about that one last night. Great choice. Yes, I completely agree. 100%. Always great to see you as well. I'm 19, and Tacoma's its own beast, especially Tacoma's before the sensors. Now that's gold. You're driving gold on four wheels. Your 03 Tacoma, you could probably sell to somebody for 15 grand, regardless of the mileage, as long as it's in pretty good condition. That's gold. You're driving a piece of gold. Yeah. That's the kind of vehicles that gave Toyota the name that it has. The reliability of the Tacoma. No brands are. No brands are, my man. E55. Oh, God. Yeah, for sure. I remember the day they did away with production on the V12s. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I do like Cadillacs, though. But yeah, they're absurd. They've always been absurd to fix. Most of my family they've been Cadillac people. It's, yeah, Chevrolet, GM vehicles, most of my family. Arrows Flame. Hey, great minds think alike, sir. That's what I'm wearing too. Twinsies. So we're hour 20. We'll hang out for another 10 minutes. We still got 90 people kicking it with us. We never had a big crowd. I didn't think we would. All good. We go live. Whoever shows up, shows up. So Fixin' just bought a $2 roll of life for the. Are we exaggerating here? Because having all of those lights on, I don't think that would have been the case where it had been just kept driving. Is that the one that smells like Herbapura? If so, no. Let's look. I believe that's the one that smells like Herbapura. That is the one that smells like Herbapura. Yep. I haven't smelled it. I heard it's good, though. I have heard it's good. But if you smell Xerjoff Herbapura, here's Tiziana Terenzi's version. Love the name. Very creative. TDYDY space HTUTF. It's like he just typed a bunch of random shit. I don't know. Depends. Because some stuff's too expensive on there and some stuff is good deals. It depends on what you're looking for. Fall and winter. If you could find Zorro the Most Wanted black bottle for a good price, that I wouldn't want to spend $100. You can get it much cheaper than that all over the place, but see what you can get it for. Something like that. It's the immediate fragrance that comes to mind. Hey man, you like what you like. Look, if I, won a $500 million jackpot tomorrow, I'd just have a fleet of Corvettes and an old, like a 93 sports side extended cab, V6 manual S10. Always wanted one. I buy that just because I've always wanted one. And a fleet of Corvettes. I have Corvette from every generation. Certain generations, I'd have a convertible and a hardtop. Like C5, 6, and 7. I would have a convertible as well. But C1, 2, 3, and 4, I'd have very specifics, mainly Z06s, 454s, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's ever since I was a kid. It was like, I ever hit it big, fleet of Corvettes. I'm going to buy a garage to keep my Corvettes in. Trickle chargers and shit like that. Just, might even hire somebody to maintain my Corvettes. Yeah, I'd have a fleet of Corvettes. Well, hell yeah. Go ahead with your bad self. Once we eventually buy a house, that's the first thing I'm doing the week we close. I'm going to buy a C7. I want a Grand Sport. The C7 is the prettiest Corvette and the last real Corvette. Now that they're mid-engines. Don't get me wrong, C8's gorgeous, but I don't have to have a C8. I love the C7. I want the Z06 body. I don't want the long, because I plan on keeping my Corvette long term. And the reason I'm not that interested in the Z06 is I don't want to maintenance the supercharger long term. But if I can't find the Grand Sport I'm looking for, because I'm going to straight pipe, change the exhaust system completely, long tubes. I'm going to, change the filter, tune it, just basic bolt-on and tuning, nothing crazy. If I get the Grand Sport, same stuff I'll do if I get a Z06, but I'd prefer to not have to get the Z06. I mainly just want the wide body is what it comes down to. I don't want the base Stingray body. I want the Z06 body. So ideally, sharp gray red interior with the glass top, Grand Sport. That's ideal. That's the first choice. Second choice is white with red, red interior, either way. White with red. And then oddly enough, blue, that royal blue tone with red interior, if I could find that, or with the beige interior, I'd be cool with one of those. That's a third option, but mainly sharp gray is my first choice for my C7. I'm a Corvette guy. I know names of colors and all kinds of shit, Pure Havana when it gets colder. Oh, I bought speaking of Mugler, I bought Amen Phantasm. I bought Mont Blanc Extreme Leather. Like I was talking about the other day, I bought a bottle. I bought a few other things. I bought 5 fragrances like 2-3 nights ago. So Corvette, C7 and C3. 2 Stingrays. Greatest car, most beautiful cars of all time to me. So C7 Corvette, C3 Corvette, 2 spots right away. And then probably early 2010s SL65. I've always liked the SL65, the V12 SL from Mercedes. And an honorable mention is 2 parts: the old school 60s gull wings and the SLS modern gull wings. Like a 2012, I sold a bunch of those. I drove a bunch of those. Fucking badass car. Butterfly doors, Mercedes gull wing SLS. So that's really my 5. And then 4 of the spots are 2 Corvettes and 2 Mercedes gull wings. So 3 Mercedes and 2 Corvettes, basically, is what my top 5 would be. Very particular stuff that I like. Let me pull this down. Get back to full screen. Damn, that's impressive. Good to see you, sir. You jumped in on some car talk. I can say the Z06 is better than the 302 Boss for older cars. I'm a Ford guy. Oh, dude, I'm all about the Z06s. Don't get me wrong. Daily, nothing can beat Toyota. Look, I get it. You love your Tacoma. I get it. I don't want a 24 or a 25. Sometimes I'm not getting a C8. You sell Corvettes. When I say C7, you had to know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's the last generation. Yeah, I don't want a C8. My last coach, Lacey's got a like darker, almost navy blue. It's like a deep royal C8. They're at the Olympia right now. Which I don't know how many of you have been watching the Olympia, which I should be watching the finals right now. Because I paid for the Olympia package. Because my posing coach won Classic Physique Open A and went into the overall and took 4th. Top 3 got pro cards. He was the most conditioned in Classic Physique out of every class. Shout outs to Dylan, man. I'm so proud of him. And he just missed. He had to beat one fucking guy. One person. One more person to get his pro card. Opposing coach is at the Olympia. The veins coming out of veins. He's so vascular. It's unbelievable. He did his thing. It's him and Lacey right there before he got his pro tam. It's my old coach and my posing coach and my old bodybuilding coach. They're at the Olympia, which he competed. So shout outs to them. Coach Blue, hell yeah. I did that. I'm not a customer. That's the thing. I mean, we're all customers really, but I was a very successful car salesman in the luxury market for several years. I mean, not just the luxury market. I started in a Nissan dealer as my stepping stone, so I proved myself to go to the privately owned Mercedes dealer I wanted to be at. Tried Toyota out for 3 months in San Antonio. Did not like the volume dealer like that. Went back to luxury before I went full-time here with one of my old bosses at Jaguar Land Rover. And I got a few of them every time I talk to them. Like, got a desk waiting for you. I'm like, do you remember I got hand tattoos now? So, yeah, I'll never be out of the car business completely. But, yeah, it's my family's in it. My best friend's been selling Kias. That's who I bought a Kia from for 13, 14 years or something. So, I'm always kind of plugged into the business, even though I'm not working in the business anymore. I thought you knew that, Jared. See, that's unnecessary, especially the rear-wheel drive C7 ZR1. That's unnecessary. I've never driven it. Like the ZR1 for the C8. I don't know if you're talking about that one. Have y'all seen the stats on that? How's that street legal? Fuck. That's all I could say when they first announced it. And I heard all the stats. I was like, oh my God. It sounds horrifying. Like, really? The need for speed is one thing, but Jesus Christ. No, I wouldn't say that. But I mean, some might. Audi R8 and the 911 GT3. Yeah, that's phenomenal cars. Alexis LC. Take them or leave them. Take them or leave them. I've sold a few of them. Take them or leave them. Because when I was at Mercedes, I was on the used side, so we had all kinds of luxury stuff. Like I said, I've sold Wraiths. I've sold multiple model Ferraris. I've sold several Lamborghinis. And I've driven most of what I've sold because fortunately my boss was my uncle. So that worked out. That worked out. Get familiar with it. Go drive it. Don't go far though. Don't do nothing stupid, which I wouldn't. I didn't really do nothing stupid. Just to get the feel of the car. You don't have to get stupid and just fucking go nuts around, active areas with a car that ain't yours that you can't afford to buy. I won't tell your boss that you're stoned at the moment. Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me and the live streaming community here on YouTube. Glad you're enjoying yourself, man. You got to relax. Costa Azura. Every version. I'm a Costa Azura guy. Layered with rare carbon. All right. Oh, I definitely will be. 100%. I'll be watching Wrestle Dream tomorrow as well, speaking of wrestling, where we get the Bobby Lashley debut. Never see myself bodybuilding. It would destroy. It's a lifestyle. You got to live it, man. It's every waking moment. My sleep patterns have to be like the amount of sleep I get. I track my sleep, see how much REM sleep I'm getting, and it's like, yeah, it's at that point, man. I started with my new coach last week, so I wanted to be in person because Lacey's in Louisiana. Lacey's great. She's the queen of bodybuilding in Louisiana. She is 3 years running Coach of the Year in Louisiana. She produces winners. Hell, I had a first and three second places in my first show with her. And I could have been leaner, really. I could have got down another 2%. But what was I going to show you? Drawing a blank. Oh. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Something real quick. Where was it? My sleep score was 96 yesterday. Actual sleep time, 6 hours and 42 minutes. Recovery and restfulness were 100% and 90%. Mental recovery, 94%. REM sleep was an hour and 47 minutes. Light sleep was 3 hours and 45 minutes. Deep sleep was an hour 10. I have to track everything and let my coach know. Sleep aids involved if you're having trouble sleeping, and because you want to get as deep a sleep as you can, release the natural growth hormone, and your recovery's at best when you're in a deep sleep. All that shit matters, man, when you really live in it, No, I'm a Corvette guy through and through. That's the greatest vehicle of all time, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, of course. 67 Shelby GT Fastback, all original, 74 F100 Ranger two-tone. Two-tone. Fucking Ford Ranger? It's a fucking Ford Ranger. All right. Audi RS7. I mean, I've driven a few. I've sold a few. Yeah. Fast. They sound good. Even with the factories off, they sound good. C6, not C7. C6s are my favorite. Okay. All right, then. See, I'm a C7 guy. I think that's the prettiest one they ever did. The most modern one before they switched to mid-engine. But I mean, I'd take a C6. I'd take a C5. The right situation. I'd love to have one of every generation. Maybe one day. You never know. Hey, man. More power to you. No, because one's coffee, one's spicy fruits. Those were fun. Those were a moment in time. How about the Honda Del Sol? With the power rear glass. Little coupe. I always wanted a Del Sol when I was younger. I had a Prelude. Me and my dad had two different generations of the Prelude. I had an 88. He had an 01 SH. Before I had my 88 300ZX twin turbo. Well, just single turbo. I don't know why I said twin turbo, because I always wanted the 90 to 96 twin turbo. I think that's why that blurred it out of my mouth. But it was navy blue T-tops. Bought it from my uncle after my Prelude. I've had some decently cool cars. My last car was my Challenger, that was like my fun car, which the Infiniti Q50S Red Sport 400, that fucker was fast. My last vehicle. Switched it. We needed the extra SUV though, the bigger SUV. God, he's in phenomenal shape. Absolutely. Yeah, I follow him on social media. He's always taking care of himself. Considering how hard Undertaker partied, he had incredible longevity. Indeed. You go to sleep, sir. I'm surprised you held on this long. Thanks for coming and hanging with us. Never even heard of that. Whoop. Fitness band? I've never even heard of this. 86. Friend let me drive hers once. Yeah, I had a red one. Manual transmission. Yep. Glass pack, straight pipe. K&N filter, nothing crazy. It wasn't tuned. No, none of those ceramic headers. They're only the pace setter ceramic headers with only aftermarket headers for it. I never got them. I always wanted them, never got them. So I was 17. It wasn't like I just had money coming out of my ears. Okay, so different country. See, I didn't know you were in Canada. Totally different set of circumstances there. I'm not saying there aren't potheads in the car business here in America. It's just it depends on the dealership, on how actively piss test you'll get. In and out of hospitals a lot with chronic health conditions. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Sure, add brightness to my day, good sir. Keep being great. Well, thank you for the compliment, and I am sorry to hear about your troubles, but I love how you have a positive outlook and attitude about it, and I'm glad I could provide some kind of value, entertainment, or just something to help get you through the day. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, and I wish you great health, improved health, and just a better day every day, my man. Sorry to hear about your troubles, but thank you very much. Seriously. MR2. Wow. Yeah, the MR2 Spiders. Very cool cars. Old Celica GTSs. The GT3000. How about those? I still see the occasional GT3000 on the road. Those sons of bitches were heavy, but they look cool. I see Supers once in a while. Boy, when I was in Houston, when I lived in Sugar Land and around Houston, nothing was off limits to what you'd see on the roads. If you're a car person, Houston is the area to be. This is like Corvette Haven over here. By the beach, it's like you're not cool if you don't have a Corvette. It's fucking Corvettes everywhere here. Make me feel out, like I'm not part of the club here. I feel very excluded and left out. This is a Corvette Haven over here in Panama City Beach. It's unbelievable. I see multiple Corvettes every single day. V20B swap on a 99 Civic. So outside, literally outside, there's a white 99 SI. White 7-spoke, 17-inch wheels on it. Just typical that era. Drop body, aggressive body kit on it. Looked like something I would have wanted in high school, during the original Fast and the Furious days. Manual transmission. Yeah, it's a 99 Civic SI. 4-door, not the coupe. Sitting out that lives in this building. I park next to it all the time. The first time I was like, oh shit, you never see one of those. And it's not in perfect condition, but it is not beat the hell up either. I was literally just talking about a 3000 GT. That's just mentioned it. Yeah, I still see the occasional one on the road. Good to see you, my trees. See, they have that new Prelude, but I heard it's like a hybrid. So they had to go and fuck it up. Could have been great. Why couldn't it have been naturally aspirated? Oh, yeah, they were very low to the ground. My dad's had stainless DC headers, DC sports headers. He had a DC short shifter. He had an Apex catback exhaust. DC front and rear struts, just the tops. He didn't have the rear bottom struts, strut bars. That thing was stiff. Boy, that thing handled. What else did he have? I don't remember if he tuned it. K&N filter. No, it was a DC Sports exhaust. He had a lot of DC Sports parts. That was during the DC Sports heyday. What else did he do to it? It was the Prelude SH with the leather interior. It was pearl white. Had the factory spoiler on the back. He had some, what brand were his wheels? He had an, I don't remember what brand body kit. It wasn't a super aggressive body kit, but believe it or not, it was even lower because the body kit. Shit, I don't remember. A long time ago. A long time ago. He kept it clean too, boy. OCD about keeping his bike and his car clean because he had a GS01 GSXR 600 Telefonica. So he had his Prelude and he had his GSXR. He had some cool shit too. Right here. Tracks everything. Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. Yeah, they're heavy though, man. Heavy ass car. When he passed, my stepmom kept it and then eventually gave it to my stepsister who ruined it. Yeah. Fuck both of them. But anyways. He had that before he married her. I should have got that fucking car. I should have fought it. But anyway. That was the one thing I wanted was his Prelude. Of course, I would have loved to have the Telefonica. I only made 1,000 of those. But I'd have probably killed myself on that damn thing back then. I wanted that Prelude. I'm still upset about that. I wanted that fucking Prelude. That was the only thing I wanted. I got, of course, there's bodybuilding trophies and stuff. I wanted that too, but I have those. Goal. That's something you don't hear about. I'm not a big Mitsubishi Evo guy. I mean, they look okay, but I've never even driven one, so it's hard for me to really say. Because most of the stuff I'm talking about, I've driven at least once, at some point. You know. I'm sorry, my man. I can't control that. Trust me. I wish they'd let everybody know. Not necessarily. We got our kids are out the house. My stepkids are grown. They're in their 20s. They don't even live in Florida. They live in Louisiana. You know. So. Oh, Solario Epic. Way better. Way better. Way better. Spicier, fruitier. It's not as crazy sweet as and Kamarakawa has the coffee. It's great. It's a lot less like Angel Share. Like I would not compare Kamarakawa to Angel Share. Kamra, a sweeter take on it, but not Kamarakawa. That's so much less like it. A lot of fun and therapy. Nothing like driving to nowhere. Just go and listen to music and shift gears. A big Honda guy. Hell yeah. Yeah, the Mitsubishi Eclipse. Yeah, Mitsubishi Eclipse. Nah, it's not that serious. Every time Heidi comes across one somewhere randomly and she'll see it, she'll send me the link. Because that's something that, like I mentioned, the S10 I would buy, plus my fleet of Corvettes. That's another thing I'll buy. I really wanted like the 92 to 96. My friend Devin had one back when we were in high school. We had a lime green one. That was a badass car. That was my favorite body style. Was the body style me and my dad didn't have. Was my favorite one. Gave him a compliment on the ride. Got a quick chat. I need to see the rest of the stable though. There you go. It's my fourth time running that dude. You got to be some kind of compound around there. You never know. You never know. Well, we're about to hit an hour 45. We're down to 68 people because we're talking cars. We lost a bunch of people. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate y'all coming and check me out. All the fragrances were good. The only one that I won't wear and I'm not interested in wearing is Essence. It's going to be for my wife. Oh, yeah, that is all about the caramel and vanilla. She's going to love this. Super gourmand. Definitely not for me. Smells really good, but it's going to be on her. It's going to smell really good on her. That's more her thing than mine. So appreciate you guys for coming hang. I sure appreciate it. Make sure to like the stream before you leave. Check out this morning's videos. 2 of them dropped this morning. We did 2 recorded videos, a shorts video, as well as this live stream here today. No live streams this weekend, but we'll be back on Monday. Make sure to check out the content throughout the weekend if you don't mind. I appreciate you for stopping by. Y'all have a good one, guys.